Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Kimberly Cox, voice behind Magical Mommy Spot, and I just wanted to welcome you guys a few days late, but better late than never, right, to 2022. Um, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a single mom to two little girls, one who has autism and ADHD. I myself was diagnosed with CPTSD, ADHD, and depression, and um, I just basically vlog and talk about our life and how we make things work. I homeschool my kids, and we pretty much just kind of are trying to figure out like where things are going and stuff at this point. I just filmed my word of the year, so I'm not going to get into all of that, but I did want to just do a quick hop in here and talk to you guys really fast about some of the stuff that I have coming up for 2022 and just kind of welcome you guys because hey, like it's a new year, a fresh start. Let's do this, right? So, for starters, we just started doing a more, I don't want to say more rigid, a more structured homeschooling kind of thing. So I'm going to give that a couple of weeks to get our feet wet and kind of start working through that, and then I will do an update on homeschool. So that's one thing that we've got going on. I have a couple of things in the works that will be some fun stuff, hopefully, for you guys. That's probably going to be coming up, I would say, end of February, early March, to give you guys an idea of like time frames for this thing that you don't know about. But yeah, it's exciting. So that's going on there. I'm actually going to be on a podcast in the middle of January. I don't know when it's going to be, when they're going to air it, but it will be sometime in the middle of January that I am recording, which I'm super excited about because I get to bring some awareness to CPTSD. I was going to get the first of the diagnosis videos up today, and I just feel like that needs to be saved for a weekend, like this coming up weekend, for me to sit down and film, and then we'll go from there. I really want to sit down and make sure I have everything right about them. So for those of you who don't know, I'm going to have my story. I actually recorded my story, but I think I'm going to re-record it. So that's probably going to happen later on today, and then I'll probably get that up tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed, at least part one. I know I wanted to break my story into two parts because I wanted it to be like my childhood and then like my adult life. So yeah. So that'll be up, and then I wanted to go through the diagnoses in our house and kind of some of how we figured out some of the signs, some of the quirks and the little things that everybody has from them, and how everybody gets along and how we make things work, because it's not always easy, especially when you have, multiple people with quirks and the quirks don't always like mesh well. It's not like, okay, we have the same quirk. Like, I particularly, just to give you an example, I'm a seeker and I love absolutely loud music. The louder the better. If I can feel it, I'm in heaven. And my daughters do not. They do not at all. So there have been moments where I have needed it so bad that I have had to resort to headphones and things like that, and just little things like that that you don't think, they don't necessarily matter on their own. I can listen to quieter music, it's fine, it's music all the same. However, when those start to stack up and it feels like everything that you really like other people don't, or vice versa, it becomes like you have to learn how to swing with it and deal with it. So that is one of the things that I want to do. and go through, and kind of also to bring you guys some awareness to some of this stuff. I know that CPTSD is something that a lot of people don't talk about that much. And the more I've brought it up and the more I've talked to people about it and like actively talked to people about their experiences and how, not necessarily that they have CPTSD, but that, there are some things in people's lives sometimes that I think they don't think of as trauma. And as you start to really talk to people and really go, okay, like, but how did you react to this? And, what did that do to you? How did that change your overall outlook on life and things? And I think that when we can start to see the areas where we are different now, where things have become, we've dulled ourselves a little bit, or we don't go after things as much as we used to because we've had bad experiences. I think when we start to really look at that and see that for what it is, it becomes this sense of, okay, wait a minute, maybe there is more to the story. Maybe I do need to heal from this more. And I think the more awareness that we can bring to where people need to work to heal themselves, I think that that's just going to help us as a planet just to, as some would say, to raise the vibration, as others would say, just like when you realize that sometimes you're not always, you've got issues in certain areas, it's a lot easier to have compassion with other people who before you might have been like, okay, they need to get over this, whatever, but then all of a sudden you see where maybe it's not this traumatic event that you like break down from, but maybe it's this event that because this happened and it caused this reaction, now you don't do X, Y, and Z ever because you're afraid of this or whatever. And that's still a similar kind of reaction, just because you don't physically freak out or it doesn't cause an emotional reaction does not mean that it doesn't impede your life in some way. Does not mean that it does not take away from how you do things in life. So that is another area. Like I said, I'm looking at doing probably three different videos like that. And then I want to get into, like I said, some of the routine stuff. I'm horrible with routines, so I'm kind of gonna do a twofold thing. I noticed that like doing clean with me videos does really well. Like I get a lot more views and stuff. So I think part of what I'm going to do is scheduling some of this stuff in as a accountability sort of piece to my life. So if I'm telling you guys that I'm going to put clean with me videos out, once a week or something, or twice a month, every other week, something like that, then I can do those and I can kind of get my deep cleaning and my stuff done where maybe it wouldn't happen if it wasn't on a video. So it's, and that's another, like, honestly, that's another tip that I have. I'm going to give you all my tips before I even get to where I can give you tips. But, sometimes you just have to make things work for you. And if you have to, I don't want to use the word manipulate, but it kind of is. It's kind of like saying, okay, like, I'm going to want to do videos because I want to put content out. So if I can do a video, which is me doing something that I need to do anyways, which I'm probably not going to want to do, but because I'm doing it in a video, I'm going to be more apt to do it. Let's roll with it. So there's that. And then, I'm going to try to do some day in the lives. My kids are not always comfortable being on camera. And so because of that, a lot of times we just aren't. And I respect 100% their privacy and when they want to be on and when they don't want to be on. I know that eventually, within probably the next 4 to 5 months, they're going to be starting their own channels again. They have one, we just haven't really done much with it. And I think that because they're getting older now, they're both branching into like two separate areas. And so I told them, we sat down the one day and had a conversation, and I said, if you guys want to do separate channels, I'm fine with that. I said, I'm not going to do all the editing for all of them, so, you know, I will have to teach you guys how to edit, and then you will have to edit your own videos when it's time. And they were excited about that too, which I'm excited about, because I feel like the more I can teach them to be independent in that area, obviously I'm going to make sure that I review the video before I allow them to post it to make sure that it's safe and everything. But I feel like it will also allow them to put their own creativity into things. They can add words where they want to, or effects or whatever. And it'll be fun for them to do. And it'll be something where they're busy doing something that's not staring at YouTube, because God knows when they have the moments that they can do it, they want to watch all the YouTube stuff. So this will be still doing YouTube, just doing it, not consuming it. We are good on that. So, yep, that's pretty much my update. There's some other stuff in the works, which I can't really talk about until I know specifics. I will say that some of it has to do with doing some sort of meetups in the realm of neurodivergence and mental health and trauma healing. It's gonna be, there's still a lot of stuff that's in the works that I'm working things out with other people. I'm working things out in my own schedules and stuff. So, and that will probably, the first of that will probably kick off in April. I have the first 2 months of the year I'm spending trying to really get our schedules down, trying to get myself into a morning routine. If you guys want to see my morning routine, let me know. Leave that in the comments. I would be more than happy to film that for you guys. It's really very simple. But my morning routine, and then my work routine, and then the girls' morning routine and school routine, which kind of all meshes together, because they have learned that the faster they get things done, the faster they can do the things that they want to do. So they are now actively working on trying to get up and get going and do the things that they don't necessarily want to do and get them out of the way so that they can have the rest of the day to do the fun stuff. So that is that. And yeah, as I know more, I will, drop things in videos or make special videos about stuff. I'm going to go back to Friday Coffee Chat starting this Friday, which is not tomorrow, but the next day. And I'm going to do those on social media. I will have those probably on my YouTube channel if I can do I know on Facebook I can pull the video and download it to my computer, and then I can upload it to YouTube. I don't know about Instagram. But I think my plan is to alternate, and one Friday do Instagram, one Friday do Facebook, another Friday do Instagram, the next Friday do Facebook. I think that way I will reach the masses, if you will. I'm getting my TikTok back up. It's slow. And it's slow because, honestly, I don't have a lot of time with my phone, and that's where I record TikToks. So because I don't have a lot of time with my phone, my kids use it for different things. So because of that, it kind of ends up getting thrown on the back burner. And yeah, so we're still learning balance. We're still trying to figure out what, and this is actually, that's another reason why I really wanted to do a couple of months of getting used to this. And then after I get used to like my morning and my daily routines and get everything situated where everybody's kind of on a roll, then we'll start kind of plugging in where we can, because like my kids do homeschool. So if we want to go do an awareness event on a weekend somewhere, I can leave on a Thursday or a Friday and the girls can take their work with them and they can do that, and it doesn't affect anything that way. So that's one of the reasons why I was really excited about them getting homeschooled, because at that point I was like, okay, I have more freedom to go and do the things that I really want to do now. So, yeah, like I said, I'm excited. We're just kind of working slowly towards trying to figure out what this looks like what it looks like as far as, I want to do in-person events. I think I think you need that human connection. And yeah, you can connect over Zoom, don't get me wrong. And there will be plenty of Zoom events too. I think that's where I'm at, and there goes my heater again, so I'm going to end this real quick. But where we can do some Zoom events, but once a month or so to travel somewhere and actually do an in-person event and make it hybrid. And we can have it either streamed, or if it's not streamed, we can have it recorded, and then, we can put it on YouTube and people can watch it. So you're not really missing anything necessarily, but if you get a chance, you can actually connect physically and talk to people and be in the same, feel people's energy and stuff. So, alrighty, I'm going to hop up off of here. If you have not subscribed yet, definitely you want to subscribe because there's all kinds of cool new stuff coming out. Hit that like button and leave me a comment. Let me know what you are excited about for 2022. And I will talk to you all later. Have a good one. Bye.